Hey guys, welcome back to another sports stuff video. Today, we're going to be talking about the NFL 2023 to 2024 playoffs and make a quick prediction with 4 weeks left in the NFL season. That's right, 1 month is left in this season. A season of injuries, a season of underdogs, of upsets, and a season, to be fair, with a lot of teams in the playoffs we weren't expecting, a lot of teams out of the playoffs we weren't expecting. For example, Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers was first traded to the Jets, we thought they'd win that division. The Buffalo Bills are sinking right now. The Bengals, they lose Joe Burrow. Like, the Broncos are 7-6 after going 1-5. The Chargers fell off. The Texans are surprisingly close to making the playoffs. So I always want to go over and make my final predictions for both the AFC and NFC and what I think could happen in the last month of the season. So if you do enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified when I post next. Let's get into it. So, I believe if I can go to, if I can find it. Why am I not being able to find it? There it is. Okay. So I want to go over, we're on playoffpredictors.com, and we're going to see the last 4 weeks of the season, what I think could happen, and what's going to end up happening with the playoffs, right? So, next week, I think the Chargers beat the Raiders. I think the Colts will beat the Steelers. I think the Dolphins beat the Jets. I think the Texans beat the Titans. I think the Ravens beat the Jags. The Chiefs beat the Patriots. Browns beat the Bears. Lions beat the Broncos after losing last week to the Bears. I don't think they lose 2 in a row. Vikings, I trust, can beat the Bengals, but I might go Bengals just for the joke. Cowboys, Bills, I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to go Falcons over Panthers. I'm going to go Packers over Bucks. Go Saints over Giants. Niners over Cardinals. Rams over Washington. And Eagles over Seahawks. So, in 1 week, as you can see, the Broncos get knocked out of the playoffs. Currently, they're the 7th seed. Then, the Bengals, if they win next week and the Steelers lose, the Bengals are then the 6th seed with the Browns at the 5th seed. So, if it went this way next week, we would have 3 AFC North teams in the playoffs. In the NFC, we would have 2 NFC North and obviously Cowboys, Eagles. Okay, let's go to next week then. The following week. I think in week 16, I'm going to go Bengals over Steelers, I think. I don't know, man. I'll go Bengals over Steelers for now. Bills over Chargers. Browns over Texans. I think that's possible. Without Nico Collins, without Tank Dell, their offense is not going to be as powerful as it was at one point in the season. I'm going to go Broncos over Patriots. Chiefs over Raiders. Jets over Commanders. Colts over Falcons. Seahawks over Titans. Jags over Bucks. Cowboys over Dolphins, surprisingly. I'm going to go Cowboys. Then I'm going to go Ravens over 49ers. Rams over Saints. Packers over Panthers. Lions over Vikings. Bears over Cardinals. And Eagles over Giants. Okay, so after the next week, we then have the Bills at 8-7, the Jets at 6-9. Broncos are right there trying to make it in. They're hoping for any. We also have the Texans right there as well. Colts and Jags are 9-6. Okay, and then the NFC, obviously NFC North takes back that 1 seed. Rams now enter the playoff picture. Saints are 7-8. Vikings are 7-8. Seahawks are 7-8. A lot of bottom dwellers as well. But I think this is reasonable. Okay, next week after, Jets Browns. I'm gonna go Browns. Colts over Raiders. I'm gonna go Ravens over Dolphins again. I think the Ravens are too good, man. They know how to win. That's why I'm scared. I'm happy that we're done with the Ravens for the year. They've won the division, right? You know, in my opinion, there's no way they lose multiple games to where the Browns take back the division. I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna go Bills over Patriots, Texans over Titans, Chiefs over Bengals. I see some movement, but I'm not gonna look real quick. Broncos over Chargers, Jags over Panthers, Steelers over Seahawks. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. So if I went Lions, they become the 1 seed. They become the 2 seed. If I go Cowboys, they stay the 3 seed. I think the Cowboys win this, man. They're loaded right now. I'm gonna go Cowboys over Lions. Eagles are gonna be over Cardinals. Rams over Giants. 49ers over Washington. Saints off a bye against the Buccaneers for sure. Bears. Oh, I think the Bears upset the Falcons. I think the Bears upset the Falcons right here. And I'm gonna go Packers over Vikings. Okay, now what are we looking at? Bengals are now outside of the playoffs as the Broncos have their tiebreaker. Wow, Browns 11-5. I did not realize I made them go 11-5. We've been playing amazing though. Like with Joe Flacco, our offense is clicking. I don't see why we can't go 11-5 at this point. Chiefs 11-5. I believe that can happen. Broncos 9-7. What a comeback. Dolphins 11-5. That seems reasonable. 9-7 Bills. 10-6. 10-6. Yeah, dude. Man, AFC North. I mean AFC South. Then on the NFC side, Rams enter the playoff picture. Packers are 10-6. I can see that happening. Then Falcons 7-9. I can see that. I can see that happening. Okay, last week of the season, I'm gonna go Jets. Jets over the Patriots. Okay, so where are they at? They're the Jets. They're 7-10. That's not the worst season in the world. It's whatever. Dolphins. Oh man, this. Okay. So with the playoffs on the line, I think the Bills beat the Dolphins. Because look at this. No matter what, the Dolphins are in the playoffs. I think they're willing to sit a couple of players. And I think the Bills will win that game. Then, okay, Steelers, if they win, they're not in the playoffs no matter what. But I'm going to go, because look at this. The Ravens have locked up the 1 seed. So they're going to sit their starters. I think the Steelers win that game. Mike Tomlin keeps his 9-8 record right here. Right here. He keeps his 9-8 record. Ravens are already 13-3. No one can get that 1 seed. They have the bye. I think they sit their starters. Steelers win. They go 9-8. Keep that record alive with Mike Tomlin. Browns, Bengals. If the Bengals win, they're in the playoffs. If the Browns win, we're 12-5. I'm going to go Bengals win. Because again, I think that the Bengals would play as hard as they could. And the Browns might sit a couple of people because we've locked up a playoff spot, right? We're the 5 seed. We're the 5 seed at this point. Bengals win. Texans, Colts. So the Texans win. They're in the playoffs. If the Colts win, they're currently, let's just say let's just say the Jags won. So the Colts are playing for a divisional rounds. Texans are playing to get into the playoffs. I'm going to go Colts. Only because is Nico Collins out for the season. Tank Dell is out for the season. Colts, man, I think the Cinderella story is more impressive if the Colts make it with all the injuries they've had. The Texans have sustained injuries, yes. But the Colts lost Anthony Richardson. And they're already, like, they're this close to the playoffs. So I'm going to go Colts. But then I'm going to go Jags. So I think the Jags still in the division. But the Colts are playing to get in the chance of winning the division. Because if the Texans win, the Colts are out of the playoffs. I see the Colts making it over the Texans right now, if this was a situation. Then, what happens to the Chargers? Okay, nothing happens. So I think, same thing. They've locked up their division. They're saying, hey, man, we don't really care. We're going to sit a couple of starters. Chargers win a random game. Broncos, Raiders. If the Raiders win, nothing happens. If the Broncos win, they're in the playoffs. So they're not resting any starters. So I can see the Broncos winning this game. Okay. Wow. So going off the AFC, Bengals 10-7 don't make the playoffs. Steelers 9-8 don't make the playoffs. Chargers and Raiders obviously miss the playoffs. 10-7 Bills don't make the playoffs. 9-8 Texans don't make the playoffs. So the playoffs would be round 1, Ravens bye. They sit their starters because even if they no matter what, they won the division. They won the division. They won the AFC. Congratulations. Then where is it? Then the Jets doesn't matter. That game doesn't matter. But I think the Jets would beat the Patriots in that face off. Bills, they even beat the Dolphins. They still don't make the playoffs. Now let's say the Dolphins won. Nothing changes besides seeding. Okay, so no other teams make the playoffs if they win. So the Dolphins could be playing for the 2 seed, right? But we would have a Ravens got the bye, 2-seeded Chiefs against the 7-seed Broncos. The Broncos won earlier in the season. That could go the Broncos' way. Dolphins versus what? 3v6. Dolphins versus the Colts. That'd be a fun game. Then Jags-Browns rematch. Could be theoretically what happens. A Jags-Browns rematch. Oh my God. I would pay tickets to go to that game. Well, I guess it's in Jacksonville. I am not paying tickets to go see that game. That would be a hell of a game, though. Now let's go to the NFC. Let's go to the NFC. So, does this game have any implications? Bucks go 7-10, or the Panthers go 1-15. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go Buccaneers. Well, is anyone else even close to the 1 seed? 3-14. Anyone have 2 wins? Could the Panthers win? They could. I don't know. I don't think the Buccaneers will let them win. I'll be honest with you. I don't think the Buccaneers will let them win. The Buccaneers win. Cowboys are gonna win that game easy. Eagles would play that game unless one of these teams plays spoiler. I think I'm gonna go with the favorites. So let's just say the Vikings won. They don't make the playoffs still. So we go with the Lions win. Because if they lost and the Packers won, the Packers win the division. So the Lions are playing that game. And I think the Packers also play that game fully. Because they want to make the playoffs. If they lose, okay. Saints, and the winner of this game is in the playoffs. Wow. So I'm going to go Falcons actually win that game. I think the Falcons win this division. I think the Falcons go 5-1 division. Then, Seahawks, Cardinals. Seahawks win, nothing happens. Cardinals win, nothing happens. So we go Seahawks. Now, Rams, 49ers. If the 49ers win, nothing happens. If the Rams win, nothing happens. Okay. So let's say some upsets happen, right? Let's say the Commanders, no, that doesn't change anything. So if the Eagles lose, Cowboys get the 1 seed. If the Eagles win, they get the 1 seed. Let's say the Vikings win, Packers then get the get their home divisional round. Okay. Let's say the Falcons lose, Saints win the division. Okay. So week 18, here's what I think could happen. 1-seeded Eagles, 1-seeded Ravens, they get a bye. Then it'd be 49ers versus Rams. Oh my gosh, another 49ers Rams. So it'd be the exact same thing. Chiefs, Broncos, 49ers, Rams. Then Lions versus the Packers, another divisional game. Lions versus Packers. Then Falcons versus Cowboys. Cowboys would want that matchup. Wow. So we could theoretically see if this is how it goes. 1 divisional game, 3 divisional games in the wild card. Okay. So let's just go throughout. What do I think could happen? I think the Browns would upset the Jaguars again because we destroyed them. Like, we destroyed the Jaguars. I think the Browns, they do it again. Colts, I think Dolphins would win that game. I think Chiefs, I'm still going to go Chiefs to win that game. But the Broncos, hell of a season. Hell of a season. Then Cowboys, yep. I'm going to go Lions. I'm going to go 49ers. Now, Ravens, yep, Ravens. I'm going to go Ravens-Dolphins. I think Ravens-Dolphins. I don't think the Browns beat the Ravens. I know we beat them earlier in the season, but I'm going to go Ravens solely because of how good they are. You know what I mean? Like, they are a spectacular team. Then I'm going to go Lions. I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys. Then I'm going to go Ravens. Who do I think could win? Wow, this got really interesting. Ravens Cowboys Super Bowl, really? I think a Ravens Lions Super Bowl is probable as well. But their defense, man, I think CeeDee Lamb would torch them. And I'm gonna go Ravens. I think this might be the Ravens' year. This might be the Ravens' year, man. 1 seed and a 5 seed in the Super Bowl. I mean, if the Browns this year, right? The Browns make the divisional round this year, successful season. Dolphins make the championship game, successful season. Ravens make the Super Bowl, obviously. Like, everyone in the divisional round, every team here, maybe the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Chiefs, it's a bad season, right? You don't make the conference championship, it's a bad season. But everyone in the conference championship, it's all a great season for them. Like, the Cowboys make the conference championship and win to go to the Super Bowl. Lions go to the conference championship. Ravens go to the Super Bowl, and the Dolphins make a conference championship visit. Then, these 2 teams in the Super Bowl, you're telling me you don't want to see Lamar Jackson versus that Cowboys defense where all those turnovers happen, and you don't want to see this Cowboys offense against that stellar Ravens defense? This would make probably break his records for the most watched Super Bowl. This is such an intriguing matchup. So I think this could happen. If it goes exactly, if the regular season goes how I think it could happen, where it ends up with these guys, with if the Ravens has the 1 seed, Chiefs 2 seed, Dolphins 3 seed, Jaguars 4 seed, Browns 5, Broncos 7, Colts 6, I could see this happening. And then in the wild card 3 divisional matchups, it happens like every year. There's 2 or 3 divisional matchups from, wild card matchups from division rivals. This would be an amazing playoff series, guys. Like, this would be an amazing playoff bracket. We want to root for amazing playoff brackets. And if this happened, I think it'd be amazing. But yeah, if you guys do agree and think that this is probable, let me know in the comments down below. I think it's very probable. And no matter what, everyone in this bracket wins. Everyone is happy. All the injuries that have been sustained this year by quarterbacks and other players, it's crazy. So I think any teams in the playoffs are going to be happy. And I think that if the Ravens and the Cowboys met in the Super Bowl, I think the Ravens could win. I'm that high on the Ravens, on Lamar Jackson. But if you guys enjoyed, please do like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post next. And I'll see you guys later. Peace and bye.